Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. This is the January 7th, Friday edition of the Carolina Weather Video. A whole lot to talk about. Two systems moving through the region, each of which will likely produce accumulating wintry precip. Now, really it's two for the Carolinas, one big one coming up for the deep south into the Carolinas. So let's talk about, first of all, the setup this morning. And winter weather advisories up from the mountains and then right across the Piedmont into parts of the coastal plain, including the cities of Charlotte, Greensboro, Winston-Salem, Raleigh-Durham, over toward Elizabeth City. That is for the system that swings in this afternoon and this evening. Here it is on the water vapor imagery. And I'll kind of show you what we're talking about. We're talking about this piece of energy up here in the Dakotas. That's going to dive to the south, get an area of low pressure going over parts of Tennessee, and then it moves right across the Carolinas. Now, the exact track that low takes, that is going to determine where the strip of accumulating snow occurs this evening. This is the GFS up at 500 millibars, and this is that piece of energy sitting over Tennessee that gets the area of low pressure going. Now, I'll show you the NAM. This is the 6Z run of the NAM. Here we are, the precip from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then that scoots eastward, and you notice there is that strip of what would be accumulating snow, especially this evening, moving through parts of the Piedmont. And this is going to be a deal where there's probably about a 50-mile wide, maybe 75-mile wide swath that picks up accumulating snow. This is the general outline I'm going with on the air, and I'll say it'll be more than that in the mountains. I was really focused on the Piedmont over to the coastal plain with this graphic. And there'll be a strip that picks up accumulating snow, and that strip could be as far south as Charlotte and as far north as Greensboro and maybe even the Virginia border counties. So anywhere in that area is fair game. Right now, I would, if you really wanted to hone down on it, I would say probably this area right here has the best potential of being that strip of heaviest snow. And in the area that sees the heaviest snow, there could be some 2, 3, 4 plus inch type totals, but it'll be a very, very narrow strip. And this will occur, and the precip moves in late this afternoon. Initially, as it moves in, it'll be a rain and snow mixture, but then temperatures drop and it'll kick over to all snow this evening. Just keep in mind, the areas to the north and south of that strip will see nothing or very little. This is a very, very small scale event with a strong clipper type system dropping in. And of course, as that snow settles in that strip of heavier snow, there could likely be some travel issues developing. Mainly this evening. I just wanted to show you this. This is what the 6Z NAM did out at the end of the run with our system moving in Sunday night into Monday morning. All right, let's go through the GFS. And this is the 0Z run. I really don't think the GFS is doing a terrible job, especially with the 6Z run. The thermal fields look a little wonky here up at 850 millibars with the 0Z run, but just the general idea here. And then I'll kind of lay out verbally what I'm thinking with this system. All right, GFS, there's the system this evening. There we go. All right, we get into tomorrow, Saturday. Going to be a chilly, blustery day. There'll be a lot of Piedmont spots that struggle to hit 40, and not really any significant precip outside of the mountains. But here we go, Sunday, 1 in the afternoon. Okay, let's go 6 hours later. Here we are, 7 in the evening on Sunday. Okay, 1 a.m. Monday. At that point in time, overnight, Sunday night into Monday, you're looking at probably a good area of snow in North Alabama, North Mississippi, parts of Arkansas into southern Tennessee, and then that spreads over into North Georgia as well. And let's get the maps to catch up to me here. All right, here we are. This is 7 a.m. Monday. This is 1 p.m. Monday. And here we are, 7 p.m. Monday. And what you're going to see here is you look at it at face value, and it looks like the rates of precipitation really diminish in the Carolinas. And that while that's true to an extent, the thing to note here is, okay, let's go back to right here. I can get this computer to cooperate with me. All right, here we go. For the Carolinas, you're looking at the precipitation moving in by Monday morning, and then here we are all the way out at Tuesday early morning before the precipitation tapers off. So you're looking at 24 or 30 hours of precipitation. So it kind of adds up over a while, and then the system pulls on out. Now, some of the other modeling here that I'll show you. All right, so here is the disturbance in question, big upper level low, pulling into Southern California today. Now let me take you through the Canadian and the European here very quickly here. All right, this is the Canadian. I'll just take you through the general idea, and you'll notice here, first of all, very strong cold air damming signature evident on this all the way down into Alabama. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of shallow, low-level cold Arctic air. That's going to create some ice problems. Okay, and there's the Canadian as the system pulls on away. Okay, European. Step you through that. Okay, here it comes. And I'm not delving into a lot of the specifics here on these two models because, frankly, there's not a whole lot of difference between the modeling. There are some small-scale differences with especially some of the thermal fields aloft, but generally speaking, they're in pretty good agreement here. And notice, again, as the precipitation pulls to the Carolinas, it's a pretty long-duration thing. Even though the rates of precipitation decrease, it ends up precipitating longer than it does, say, in some spots off to the west as some more upper-level energy dives in. So let me see if I can kind of grab a map here and show you the general idea. All right. I think I'm probably going to draw up some type of map here a little later on. I'll post it on the blog later on today, so be watching for that. But the general idea here for the second system, the Sunday into Monday and Monday night system, you're probably looking at a pretty good strip of accumulating snow somewhere in this general area. Okay. Just south of that, and I'll just give a general estimate. We'll say in Alabama, Mississippi, we'll say north of I-20, probably along and north of I-20 in Georgia, and then you're looking at I-85 north and west. I'm leaning toward it staying mostly snow in those regions in the Carolinas. So again, I-85 north and west, and then I-20 north and west back in Mississippi and Alabama. South of that, for the Carolinas, we'll say between I-85 and especially over toward I-95 in that zone, that is where there's going to be the potential for some significant icing, and that could get down maybe around Columbia, maybe down to around Montgomery and close to Jackson, Mississippi. That is where there's a threat of some pretty significant ice accumulations. And again, don't hold me to that just yet. I just wanted to give you an initial idea. I'll probably try to draw up some type of map a little later on today and give you some general ideas with that. But that's how it's looking right now. Bottom line here, Sunday, Monday. So it looks like a very significant deep south and southeast winter storm. The details still to be ironed out, and for the Carolinas, a lot will depend on how strong that disturbance stays, as the southern branch disturbance stays as it pulls on in. There's been a weakening trend in it on some of the more recent modeling, but again, I wouldn't get too excited or upset about QPF precipitation amounts right now. We're going to see how that responds as we get further in time. And I know there's been some Weather Service offices referencing the 1988 event, and there are some pretty good similarities between this event and that one. And one thing to note, the thing that kind of stands out to me about looking back at the reanalysis maps of that 1988 event is that there was not an overly strong low pressure area down at the Gulf. There was not tremendously strong 500 millibar closed low pivoting through the region. It was just really for the Carolinas, where you had a foot of snow in some spots. It was a long period of this kind of isentropic upglide type of precipitation. I just added up over a period of time. So we'll see how all this plays out. I did not say we're getting a foot of snow. Don't quote me with that. I'm just saying that there are some similarities between the events, and so the QPF amounts might be a little deceiving. We'll see. All right, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.